Hello everybody, today we are continuing with our full body 1 hour Pilates mat workout. Again, this is a workout that requires no equipment and we are continuing this sequence from our 15-minute workout in the previous video. Let's get straight into it, starting in the center of our mat in a seated position. Let's bring our feet a foot and a half away from our glutes, placing our hands around the back of our knees. We're slowly going to inhale and exhale, rounding that spine, tucking in that chin and pushing that spine towards the wall behind us, tucking in that belly. Inhale, exhale, opening that chest and looking up towards the sky. Deep breath in, exhale, tucking in. We're going to do one more of these. Inhale, exhale, opening that chest, keeping your spine stacked. Let's slowly activate that tummy, drawing those gaps down that back. Let's bring that arm into T-point, keeping core nice and tight, bringing arms out in front of you. Now bringing arms overhead as we're working, so keeping that core tight, lengthening that spine. We are progressing from T-point to arms extended in front of you, to arms becoming overhead, and keeping those palms facing each other. While we're doing this, I want you to focus on keeping those knees close to one another, keeping that back as straight as you can by activating that tummy and working hard to lengthen that spine and keeping that neck in neutral. And let's do one more after this one. Inhale, center, exhale, arms overhead. Inhale, center, exhale, bring arms to T-point, keeping arms in T-point. Let's inhale, and on that exhale, extend that right leg out in front of you. We're inhaling, exhaling, lowering that leg and bending it back to tabletop, and extend and lower and back to tabletop. And that's 3. We're doing 6 on each side, and extend and lower and bend, keeping that back straight. Let's do 2 more, and last one. And slowly dropping that leg down, deep breath in, exhale, lift that leg off the floor. Inhale, exhale, extend and lower, and lifting it back as we bend that knee back straight, core tight, making sure those ribs aren't flaring and you maintaining that perfect posture. We've got 3 more after this one. And exhale, lower, last one. And lifting up, dropping that foot and slowly hugging those knees towards your chest, lengthening that spine. We're going to lift our legs off the floor. We're hovering those ankles. Ankles and knees are in contact with one another, placing our hands on the sides of our legs. Let's inhale, exhale, extend those legs, sucking belly to spine. Inhale, back to center. We're going to do 6 of these, so that's the movement. Inhale, exhale, extend those legs and lower that trunk and back to center. That's 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Keeping those legs there, we're going to bring arms overhead and back to center. And arms overhead, keeping core tight. Straighten those legs as much as you can. If you need to, you can just keep them bent in that tabletop position and back to center. And let's do 2 more. Back straight. And slowly bringing those legs down, dropping those feet and hugging those knees, lengthening that spine. Deep breaths. Let's lift those feet back off the floor. We are grabbing the outside of our ankles. So we are hovering and we are pointing those toes. Let's keep that back straight, and we are going to inhale, exhale, extend right leg, inhale, center, exhale, extend left leg, inhale, center. And again, go according to your level of capabilities. Hamstrings do tend to be quite tight at times, so just go to the point at which you can feel a beautiful hamstring stretch. One more on each leg before we rotate those legs outwards. So we are going to bring our elbows on the inside of our knees, and we're still holding those ankles. So we have a little frog positioning at the moment, and we are slowly going to inhale, exhale, extend outwards towards the sides, and extend back straight and back to center, and extend. And let's do one more on each leg, and slowly back to center and extend and back to center. We are going to stay in this position. The only difference is that we are taking our hands, tucking them in under and around our ankles, supporting our ankles with our hands. We're going straight into seal puppy. So let's clap our feet 3 times, and as we exhale, we're rolling ourselves back, clapping 3 times. Inhale, back up, and balance yourself before you clap 3 times, and exhale, rolling back. 1, 2, 3, and slowly coming back up. Deep breath in, clap, 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 exhale, rolling down, clap, 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 and slowly back up, clap, clap, clap. If you struggle with that movement, you can just tuck those knees in and place your hands on your shins to do the same thing, which is slightly easier. Let's place our feet back on the floor. Let's lengthen that spine, hugging those knees towards the chest. We're going to extend our right hand out in front of us. Inhale, exhale, slowly open that chest and drop that right hand towards the mat behind you, looking over that shoulder. Let's inhale, exhale, come back to center, placing right hand on right shin. Inhale, and slowly lift left hand out in front of you to slowly rotate yourselves, opening that right chest and looking over that shoulder as you place your hand on the mat. And deep breath in, exhale, slowly coming back and around into a seated position. We are going to lift our feet again. We are wrapping our left foot over our right ankle, and you're grabbing your left foot with your right hand, holding on the outside of that outer foot, and you're grabbing your right foot with your left hand. Modification for this exercise, you're going to roll back, keeping your knees bent, and slowly back up. If you feel like you can manage and extend your legs in that rollover position, we're inhaling, exhaling, rolling ourselves back, extending our legs and changing our ankles over, grabbing our feet and slowly coming back into that seated position. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, rolling yourself over, extending those legs, pointing those toes, changing over, and inhale, back up. Exhale, rolling yourself down, extend, change over, and back up. And last one, let's keep working. Inhale, exhale, rolling yourself down, extending those legs, changing over, and staying in this position. If you can, I want you to let go of your hands and bring them onto the mat behind you. We're going to flex those ankles and slowly bring those ankles away from midline. And as we're doing that, we're controlling ourselves back down, 1 vertebra at a time, keeping that core nice and tight. And as we're doing that, we're going to bring our ankles in a circular motion and coming back to center. Let's do 2 more overs and ending in that movement. So let's lower those legs down and exhale, roll ourselves over, toes on the floor, flexing those ankles, bringing those legs around, and slowly controlling those vertebrae 1 at a time as we progress. And back to center. Inhale, lower those legs. Exhale, lift yourself over. and slowly bring those ankles away from each other, keeping those ankles flexed. Pulling yourself one vertebra at a time, and slowly bringing those ankles back to center and hugging those knees towards your chest. Let's take this moment to recover. We're going to bring our arms into T and getting those legs into a 90-degree angle, slowly dropping those legs towards the right hand side, and as we do so we're looking towards the left hand side. And deep breath in, exhale, lifting those legs back to center and slowly changing over towards the other side as you look towards the right hand side, and slowly lifting those legs back up into tabletop and hugging those knees back to chest. Let's drop our right foot down and our left foot down, placing on the sides of our body, making sure that we are in the center of that mat. I want your feet to be just a foot away from your glutes. We are lifting those heels off the floor. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale we are tucking that pubic bone up towards the ceiling, lifting that pelvis up one vertebra at a time while we maintain the elevation of those heels, keeping those knees in. Let's bring our arms up towards the ceiling and keeping those arms up there, keeping those palms facing one another. Let's inhale and exhale, slowly rolling yourself back down. We're going to do 5 of these, and as we get to the top, let's inhale, exhale, rolling that pelvis up, 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 and inhale to pause. But as we pause, we're dropping our arms to T-point, back to center, and inhale, exhale, slowly rolling yourself down. And while you're doing this exercise, I want you to just be aware of your activations as your muscles work hard to do the movements. It's very easy to do the movements, but the important thing is that you do it with integrity and quality activation. So you want to feel that core working as your pelvis rotates upwards. You want to feel those glutes activated as that pelvis lifts into that elevated position. And you want to feel those scaps working as you're dropping your arms down and back up. Let's inhale, exhale, rolling yourself down. You also want to feel the activation of those inner thighs working. Deep breath in, exhale, lifting yourself up and keeping those glutes there. Let's lift just a little bit higher. Let's rotate that pelvis just a little bit more and bringing our arms down into T-point. We're keeping those arms in that T-point position, and we're slowly going to inhale, and on that exhale, drop those heels towards the floor and exhale back up. Inhale, dropping those heels, and while we're lifting and lowering those heels, I want you to emphasize that glute squeeze. Now you should be feeling a deep burn into those lower glutes and into those calves and even into those thighs. Let's do 3 more, and 1, and up, keeping core tight, 2, and up, and 3, and lifting those heels, bringing arms up to center and slowly dropping both heels off the floor and keeping those knees and hips where they are. We're going to inhale, exhale, lift right leg into tabletop, and we're going to extend that leg, aligning those knees. Deep breath in, lift and lead through that left foot. Let's inhale, exhale, lower arms towards the floor and back to center. We're doing 6 of these on each leg, and that's 2. Inhale, center, and 3, and 4, and 5. Keeping that static positioning of that knee, dropping that knee back to tabletop, dropping it towards the floor, lifting that left foot up into tabletop, extending and aligning those knees. Let's inhale, exhale, lower arms back to center and lowering and back to center, keeping core tight and back to center. And we've got 2 more after this one, And exhale, lowering those arms, lifting through those glutes. And last one, bringing that leg back to tabletop, dropping that foot, lifting those glutes to slowly roll that pelvis back down onto the mat, bringing hands to sides. Let's turn over to our right hand side. Let's rest our heads on our lower arms, stacking those shoulders, bringing that lower leg into a 90-degree angle out in front of us. Let's extend and flex. We're flexing that ankle, extending that upper leg, bringing that other hand out in front of us or into a T-point. Let's inhale, exhale, lowering that leg down, and inhale back up, core tight, making sure that you're maintaining that stability while you're working. And we're going to do 8 of these, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, bringing those knees into alignment. We're going to do that same thing. Inhale, exhale, lower, inhale, up, exhale, lower, inhale, up. And that's 3, keeping core tight, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and slowly coming back up. We're going to bring that ankle in between the 2 last positions that we've just done, and we're going to do little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming down. Let's lift ourselves to rest on that elbow. We are going to align those knees and keeping that beautiful activation, not letting those elbows slump or those shoulders slump. Let's lift that upper leg up and down, keeping core tight. We're just maintaining that 90-degree angle for 8 counts in that movement, allowing that glute activation, sucking belly to spine as you're working. And let's do 2 more, and 1 and 2, lifting and extending. We're going to keep that knee where it is. We're extending and bending. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and slowly dropping that leg down and turning over onto your tummy. Well done, everyone. I hope you're feeling that glute burn. Let's extend our arms out in front of us. We are keeping our knees and ankles bent, neck in neutral. Let's inhale and exhale. We are slowly going to just lift our shoulders off the floor, arms lifting up, keeping neck in neutral, and inhale down. That's 1 and 2, keeping core tight, keeping neck in neutral. 3 and 4. Keep going. We're going to stay up in the air on that 6th one, lifting up and holding, slowly lifting straight legs off the floor and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keeping in this position, we're slowly going to bring arms to center, and we're going to inhale, exhale, bring limbs out wide into a star position. Inhale, center. That's 1 and 2 and 3, keeping core tight, and 4, neck in neutral, and 5 and 6, and straight from here, turning those palms towards the floor. Inhale, exhale, lifting and lowering alternate limbs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting yourself up and slowly lowering yourself back down and leaning back into rest position, pushing those shoulders into the ground. Let's slowly come into an all fours position. We're tucking those toes in under our feet. We're inhaling and exhaling, lifting and hovering those knees off the floor, tucking in belly to spine for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring those knees away from each other. Then back to center. We're doing 8 of these. And that's 2. 90-degree angle in those hips and in those knees. 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Dropping those knees back onto the floor and leaning into rest position, pushing those shoulders into the ground, leaning forward and bringing that pelvis back onto the floor. We're slowly going to bring our hands towards the sides of our body. I want those palms on those hips, slight bend in those elbows. Let's inhale, exhale, lifting head, neck, and chest off the floor, lifting that chest up, pushing those hands into your sides as you bring those gaps down towards each other. And let's hold and let's inhale, exhale, slowly rolling yourself back down. We're going to do 5 more of these. Exhale, lifting head, neck, and chest. Try not to activate your glutes here. You're just working those back extensor muscles and core muscles. And that's 2. Squeezing and down. And 3. And 4. And on the last one, we're staying up in the air, keeping that chest where it is, keeping that neck in neutral. We're bringing our arms out towards our sides and reaching towards a Y position and going from Y into W for 8 counts. That's 1. Squeezing, keeping that back extension, keeping that core tight. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Keep going. And 7 and 8. Last one. We're finishing off with that Superman hold, keeping arms in the air, lifting straight legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, coming back down, lifting yourself back up and into rest position, pushing those shoulders into the ground, allowing that body to recover before we turn over onto our left hand side to finish our side sequence. Let's lift up and turn over onto our left hand side. Very nice, everyone. Let's rest our head on that lower arm, bending that lower knee out in front of us. Let's extend that upper leg, flexing that ankle, bringing the other hand into T-point. Let's inhale, exhale, lower that leg, inhale, back up. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Keep going. And 5. Keeping that pelvis in that position. Well done, everyone. And last one before we bring those knees into alignment. Inhale, exhale, lower. And that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Coming back to the center between those two positions and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bending that leg, slowly coming down. We're going to rest on that lower elbow, aligning that elbow with that knee, lifting those ribs, knees, hips, and shoulders all aligned. Let's lift that upper leg, keeping that 90-degree angle. And 1, and down, and up, and 2. Keep going. Keep working. And on that 6th one, we are going to bend and extend, and keeping that knee where it is, we're gonna bend and extend. And you can see I'm pointing my toes as I extend and flexing that ankle as I bend. Let's do 3 more. And 2 and 3, and slowly bending and dropping that knee back down. Let's turn over onto our backs, extending those legs, pointing those toes, bringing arms overhead. Let's inhale, bring arms to your side, and exhale, slowly rolling yourself up into seated position. Thanks everybody for joining me in that session. We are going to continue with our 15-minute warm down. Click on the video over here to take a look, and let's get straight into it.